Woodrow Wilson secured re-election in 1916 on a platform marred by deep contradictions, prioritizing political survival and ideological prejudice over equality and international stability. At the core of his actions was a profound commitment to racial segregation that had been implemented across the federal government following his 1913 inauguration. Wilson, a Virginia-born Democrat, oversaw the systematic segregation of African American employees in workplaces, cafeterias, and restrooms throughout Washington, D.C. His administration either demoted or fired hundreds of black civil servants and repeatedly rebuffed appeals from civil rights leaders. This was coupled with his notorious approval of the openly racist film The Birth of a Nation, an action that lent presidential endorsement to white supremacist narratives and intensified the existing racial divide. His neglect of federal anti-lynching legislation was a tacit acceptance of racial terror in the South, solidifying his legacy as a figure who severely damaged the cause of civil rights. Simultaneously, the Democratic campaign rode to victory using the politically deceptive slogan, "He kept us out of war." This was a highly manipulative tactic designed to capitalize on American reluctance to join the brutal conflict raging in Europe. While Wilson campaigned as the champion of peace, he was concurrently pushing a substantial military preparedness program, which critics saw as a hypocritical step toward intervention. Furthermore, the administration had already engaged in aggressive, arguably illegal foreign actions, including the 1914 occupation of Veracruz, the 1916 military expedition into Mexico, and the invasion and occupation of Haiti. Domestically, Wilson employed a burst of last-minute progressive legislation in 1916, such as the Adamson Act granting an 8-hour workday to railroad workers, which critics dismissed as opportunistic. This sudden legislative push was seen not as a genuine shift in progressive ideology, which Wilson had long resisted, but as an unethical attempt to absorb the votes of the waning Progressive Party and secure crucial labor support for his re-election bid. The victory, therefore, was built on a foundation of calculated prejudice, foreign intervention, and a deliberately misleading promise of lasting peace, a promise he broke just months later when he asked Congress to declare war on Germany.